Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to make this delicious oven-baked lemon chicken, and it's healthy too. Tastes delicious and healthy. Win-win. Hey guys, so tonight for dinner, I'm making super simple baked lemon chicken, and it's simple ingredients. The most maybe non-simple ingredient in this chicken is the white wine. And I have this huge gallon of white wine that was left over from the summer. So it's been in my fridge for like 6 months, but it's still good. Um, because I had made white wine peach sangria for some company over the summer, but I don't really drink. So this has been sitting in my fridge. I just use it for cooking. And it only uses, I don't know, maybe 1/3 of a cup. So for this recipe, so this is going to last me for a long time. But you can buy the little tiny bottles of cooking wine at the grocery store for like a couple bucks. So it doesn't have to be anything fancy or get a big bottle of wine. But this lemon baked chicken, it's simple, clean ingredients. It's so delicious and so flavorful. And I've been making this for at least, I don't know, over 15 years I've been making this. It's been part of my regular recipes that I make. And everyone that I give the recipe to, where I used to work, I would take the leftovers for lunch and I would like share sometimes with people at work, and they're like, "Oh, can we get the recipe? It's so good." And then they started making it as part of their regular dinner rotation. So it's a really good recipe, simple recipe, and it's a healthy recipe. There's nothing really fat in here or unhealthy or cholesterol. So, and I'm going to serve it with asparagus and some plain boiled red skin potatoes. So let's get started. Okay, so to make the baked lemon chicken, you're going to need 9 cloves of garlic, minced. You can use pre-minced garlic or you can mince your own. I just buy it peeled already and I mince it myself. I don't know, I feel like the minced garlic that comes in water is like not as strong as like fresh garlic. So I splurge on the fact that I'm buying it already peeled, but at my local produce market, they have a huge container of it for like under $4, so I just get that. And to me, it's worth it because peeling garlic, especially when you use a lot of it, it can be a tedious task. So you're going to mince 9 cloves of garlic. And while I'm doing this, this recipe is for 4 chicken breast. And you want boneless, skinless chicken breast. And you need a 9x13 glass baking dish. I guess you could do it in like a Pyrex or like one of those Corningware baking dishes too. I've always just made it in the glass dish and it comes out perfect. Okay, that is minced enough. Okay, so we have 9 cloves of garlic minced. And then you need a tablespoon of grated lemon peel. So I'm just taking a lemon. I'm taking my nifty grater here. That smells so good. I love the smell of lemon. Any citrus, actually. It could be lemon, it could be oranges, grapefruit, lime, any citrus. I love that smell. It's like, invigorating. And you're just going to grate it just till you get the yellow part. You don't want to get the white because then it's bitter. So just keep going around and around until you get all that yellow. So that's about 1 tablespoon. And I'm going to grate the second lemon. Okay. So you want about a tablespoon. That looks like more, but it's not because you want to press it down. You want a compacted tablespoon of lemon peel. So look at that. You press it down. That is a tablespoon. It's the lemon zest from 2 lemons. Just like that. Get all this goodness. Don't let any of this go to waste. Just like that. All right. And you're going to need a 1/4 cup of olive oil. This is extra virgin olive oil. Just like that. Ooh, that's full. All right. And you're going to need 1/3 cup of white wine. Where's my measuring cup? Oh, here it is. Okay. 1/3 cup of the white wine. Again, you don't have to buy special wine. You can just get the cheap cooking wine. It doesn't have to be fancy or expensive. I'm just using what I have left over from the summer 6 months ago. So 1/3 cup of white wine. Just like that. You're going to need 2 tablespoons. About roll it a little bit. Oops, turn that around. Okay. I'll use my little nifty thing here to catch all the seeds. Okay. I need 2 tablespoons, so I'm going to do a whole lemon. That one wasn't that juicy. All right, let's see. Yep, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, freshly squeezed, so the juice of 1 lemon basically. And then you're going to do 1.5 teaspoons of oregano. Okay. And then you want 1 teaspoon of thyme. Fresh would be ideal, but I don't have fresh and I'm not buying it, so I'll just use what I have. So 1 teaspoon of thyme. Okay, this lemon we're going to use for garnish. It's going to bake with the lemon. I'm going to cut it in slices and bake it with the lemon, with the chicken. And then you're going to do salt and pepper to taste. So about 1 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. So you're going to put your oil in a little skillet or pan. You're going to turn the heat on medium. And you're going to let this warm up. Okay, and you want to saute the garlic a little bit, but you don't want it to turn brown. You want it to just get fragrant and infuse the oil, but you don't want the garlic to turn brown. So you're just going to wait for the oil to heat up. I have it on a medium heat, and you're going to cook it for about a minute. Once the oil gets hot, cook it for about a minute. Okay, so the oil is hot. It started to sizzle. So just cook this for a minute. I can smell it already. It smells so yummy. So just let it cook for a minute. I have the oven preheating at 400. Okay, so this has been cooking for 1 minute. So now I'm going to turn off the heat and I'm going to remove the pan from the heat. I'm going to bring this over to my cutting board here. And now I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. So let's do that. Okay, so we took the olive oil and the garlic off the heat. Now we are going to add the lemon zest, just like that. Okay, and we are going to add the oregano. We're going to add the thyme. We're going to add a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of black pepper. Oops. And we're going to add the 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. And we're going to add the 1/3 cup of white wine. And this is going to be the sauce for the chicken. So just take your your silicone whisk or your wooden spoon. Just make sure everything's well incorporated. Okay. Now you're going to take your 9x13 glass dish, and you're going to take all of that sauce that you just made, and you're going to pour that in the glass dish just like this. Make sure you get yourself a spatula and scrape out all that deliciousness. Okay. Spread the garlic out. Okay, this is going to be the bath for your chicken breast. So now I'm going to get my chicken breast. Let me get it out of the package and cleaned up a little bit. Bring you back over here. Let me get my chicken cutting board. Okay. And you can do this with, the oven's done. You can do this with chicken that has the skin and the bone in, if you want. But I just do it with the boneless, skinless chicken breast. And what you're going to do is just take your chicken breast just like this, and you're going to take it and just place it right into the white wine, garlic, olive oil, thyme, oregano deliciousness. And that's it. You're going to do that with all 4. So clean it up and just put it in there. If you want to do this with the skin on, because you like crispy skin, which who doesn't? But I do it with this because it's a little healthier without the skin and all that. But if you wanted to do it with the skin on, then you would place it with the skin side up, obviously. And then you would just brush the skin with a little bit of olive oil. All right. Put that one in there. Okay, and just lay it in there. Just like that. And the last one. If I can get it out of here. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to spritz these with a little olive oil on top. Or you could just brush them with a little olive oil. And that's it. Okay. Okay, and then once you spritz or brush with olive oil, you're going to sprinkle them generously with salt. I'm using a mixture of plain iodized table salt and pink Himalayan salt. Okay. And I'm serving this with plain boiled potatoes and some sauteed asparagus. Why? Because the sauce in this chicken is so good that you can pour it right over the boiled potatoes. Delicious. So I cleaned up the chicken cutting board, and now I'm taking the second lemon that I zested, and I'm going to cut this in 2 wedges. Just like this. You want to do 8 wedges. I need to sharpen this knife. Well, let's try this one. Oh, much better. Okay, so I'm cutting this into 8 wedges. Okay, and you're just going to tuck this in around the chicken in the baking dish. All right. And you're just going to pop it in the oven at 400 for 30 to 40 minutes. If it's a smaller breast, like this one here, it's probably 30 minutes, something larger, 40 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna get this in the oven. I'll see you in 40 minutes. Okay, normally I traditionally served this lemon chicken with yellow rice and steamed broccoli. And I would pour the juice of the chicken over the broccoli. But today, these asparagus were 99 cents a pound, so I got asparagus. I'm gonna cut the stems off. So while the chicken is baking for the 40 minutes, you can get everything else ready. So I'm doing sauteed asparagus and boiled potatoes. And we eat the potatoes with the skin on. So I'm just gonna cut these into quarters because they'll boil faster. And then you can just take the juice from the chicken and pour it right over the potatoes. So good. That's a small piece. Okay, so I'm going to put these in the water, and I always salt the potato for the water. Sorry, I always salt the water for the potatoes. I should have used a bigger pot for the potatoes. I don't think I'm going to have enough room for all these. Yeah, running out of room. Ooh, that's hot. Okay, so I don't have enough room for all the potatoes, so I'm just going to boil those. I have about a potato and a half left over, which is fine. I'll just put it in a container and use it another day. But a little tip, so I'm going to let that boil. But anyway, since I don't have room in the pot for all of these and I don't feel like digging out a bigger pot, a little tip, if you're going to store potatoes for another day that are already cut, you don't want them to turn brown, so just put some water in the container, just enough to cover them, and pop it right in the fridge, and they'll stay perfectly fine until you're ready to boil them another day. I just poured some water on them just to cover them, and then that's it. Put them in the fridge like this, and they'll stay fresh for another day. Okay, and then over here I have my stainless steel skillet with a little bit of olive oil that I spritzed in there, and I'm just going to throw the asparagus in there, but I haven't even turned on the skillet yet, but I just want to have it ready because these are only going to take a few minutes to cook. So I'm just going to throw them in there, and then once there's like 10 minutes left on the oven and the potatoes are just about to be done, I'll just turn on the skillet, saute these real fast, and done. Okay guys, so there's 5 minutes left in the oven. The potatoes have been boiling and they are fork tender. Perfect timing. So I just turned on the pan for the asparagus on high, and I'm just going to saute these for 5 minutes. It's not even hot yet, it's getting hot now. And everything will be done at the same time. I'll show you in a minute. So I just spritzed a little olive oil in here, salt, pepper, garlic. No garlic, sorry, just salt and pepper. I'm just going to let these cook on high for the last 4 minutes that the oven will be on, and then everything will be done perfectly. All right, so the oven is going off. The chicken is done. Let me get that out of the oven. Turn off the potatoes. Okay, so I just took the chicken out of the oven. It's sizzling, but the sizzling is the asparagus. But the chicken is super lemony and juicy and tender. And you see all that delicious juice down there? That is not fat because I cleaned up the chicken breast and it was boneless, skinless. So all that is white wine, garlic, olive oil, lemon juice, thyme, oregano. And we're going to pour that right over the boiled potatoes. You'll see, and the chicken. So let me get this served up. Okay, when you take the chicken out of the oven, you can cover it with some foil and just let it sit for 10 minutes so that the juices can redistribute. I'm just going to let it sit like this uncovered for 5 minutes. That's what I normally do, and it's totally fine. And it'll be plenty hot. And in the meantime, while that sits for 5 minutes, I'm going to get the potatoes drained and the plates out. Okay, so we have the chicken breast that's been resting for a little bit. And what I'm going to do to serve it, I'm just going to slice it like this. So we have the chicken, and it's not dry at all. That's super flavorful. So good. Okay. I'm going to get some red skin potatoes. Just like that. About 1 potato. Okay, so this is about 1 red skin potato. I'm just going to cut it up like this. All right. Just like that. And then I'm going to get a spoon and I'm going to get the juices from the pan and I'm going to pour it right over the chicken just like this. And I'm going to put it over the potatoes too. Move the lemon wedges out of the way. Like that, and pour it right over the potatoes. Ooh, that's hot. I'm going to get some asparagus. Just like that. And voila, dinner is served. So what do we have here? We have this amazing lemon white wine garlic chicken, lemon baked chicken, boiled potatoes with the sauce from the chicken over it, and some sauteed asparagus. And what I forgot to say, after serving dinner, when you guys are all done, and you have some of this leftover lemon garlic white wine sauce in the pan, which we will have some left over, you can save that and you can pour it over pasta with some grilled shrimp. And that is going to be so divine. But anyway, we're going to go eat dinner now and we'll see if we have any sauce left over. Thanks for watching. Bye.